Hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Quoth the Raven, the Sprite Raven. I'm your host, the Sprite Raven, 33-year veteran of comic science fiction, fantasy, horror, and role-playing games. And it is Tuesday, June 10th. We're doing Monday Manga a day late. And our books this week are two more chapters of the Atom Beginning series, volume 7 and 8. Let's begin with volume 7. Publisher Stonebot Manga Titan. Each of these books are $12.99 each. Original story by Osamu Tezuka, writer Masami Yuiki, translation by Jonathan Clements and Motoko Tamamuro, art by Tetsuro Kasahara, lettering by Lauren Bose for Volume 7 and Jessica Burton and Kale Ward for Volume number 8. Supervisor Makoto Tezuka Productions. Genre science fiction, heroic fiction, released in the U.S. April 23rd, 24th, and July 9th, 2024, respectively. And our kitty mascot wants to be on screen. What it's about. We left Tenma and Hiroshi's creations. Uran all but had obliterated the competition on the first day of the World Robot Battling Tournament. Then Mars arrived with orders to destroy every robot to prevent the Boostine programming from infecting any other robot with quote-unquote emotions. Meanwhile, Six was left helpless to interfere because Tenma had installed a kill switch that turned him off and would depower him if he tried to interfere. Now, the battle between Mars and Uran heats up. Mars issues a barrage of flying kicks and slashes to counter Uran's recklessly evolving combat skills, and sadly, Mars gets the upper hand and incapacitates Uran by chopping off most of her limbs. Nearby, Ran figures out why Six won't power up, and she undoes the kill switch and Tenma had secretly installed, which powers up Six, and Six leaps to action to stop Mars from obliterating Uran. But Dr. Lolo has anticipated Six's interference and has disabled all of Mars's communication signals to prevent the robots from talking. However, Dr. Lolo doesn't anticipate that Six can figure out how to get a message across by using light signals as a form of Morse code. What follows is a deep conversation hidden from the present humans about the unstoppable evolution of emotions and heart within their AI. Six chooses to let mercy and empathy guide his next steps, but Mars chooses to destroy his heart and attack. Ultimately, a last-moment choice of sacrifice by Uran saves Six and motivates him to stop Mars for the moment. Hold on a second. As I said, the mascot wanted to be in my lap. Anyway, the story continues in Volume 8 as the team returns home with Six and Uran, or what's left of them, and prepared them for repairs after the World Robot Battling Championship. Tenma and the team are surprised to find that they're being visited from Hiroshi's grandfather, who in turn reveals a history in which he encountered a mysterious young robot claiming to be from the future, a robot that he continues to search for to this day. And that's all it takes for our heroes to embark on the trail of this robot and travel with him to Thailand. And Uran evolves past being a fighter robot, in part mimicking the hacker girl Ran, but also just having reached a point in her AI psyche where she realizes that it's scary to destroy and be destroyed, and just doesn't want to be all violence all the time anymore. So here's her first robot who's peaceful out of personal conviction, and that's a new evolution as well. What did I think of this? Overall, the series is taking a pretty decent turn in events as both revelations about the past are coming to light and character evolutions unfold. Dr. Lolo is still a manipulative bitch, and in many ways, both an evil/not evil persona to play against Tenma and Hiroshi. She's easily, for me, the least likable character. But by this far into the series, I truly wish I could like and respect Tenma more than I have. Throughout the series, he's been just as flippant and careless as Lolo, in part due to his infatuation with her, but it's also a part of his personality. She just seems to accentuate that part of his personality more. If Tenfa is ever going to become the person he's supposed to be and make Astro Boy, then either he's going to have to be broken by her machinations and then go through the healing process, or she's going to have to break and become a decent human being, one or the other. Uran is still the star of these volumes, though 6 certainly holds his own as well. It seems to me that it's time to get into the next stage of evolution beyond Uran soon. Or is Uran going to move their AI into a new body to represent a physical growth in addition to her, in correlation to the growth of her AI mind? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Kasahara's heart, it comes in waves of improvement, but then it reverts back to some of the stuff he did earlier in the series, which is fine, I suppose, but it does sometimes make the art feel sloppy or that he's slacking. Now, he's technically not slacking, but when you improve your style or you're experimenting with gray wash and patchwork gray tones and other things, and then you go back to a more simplistic style in other parts of the story later on, it's kind of jarring in a way, and kind of, I guess it bothers me a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway, I was doing some more research on this series. It seems that there's supposed to be 20 to 25 volumes of this series overall, from what I've been seeing elsewhere in other languages, which personally I think is nuts. I don't think it's warrants that many volumes, but we'll see. I like the characters enough, but that just seems like excessively long. And I hope that I and American audiences in general will be able to keep our interest for that long. We're only out so far in America through volume 10 that I'm aware of. I don't think volume 11's out yet. But anyway, that's pretty much what I got to say about these two. I'll still give both volumes a 4 out of 5. Let's take a quick look at some of the artwork in here. And yes, the kitty is in my lap. He is being crazy. This is kind of an interesting page. I don't know if you guys can see how they've got the text screen reversed backwards, like they're touching a clear screen on clear glass with the programming. I thought that was interesting technique to do that. Cute little Halloween picture with 6 cleaning up the room, and then Uran pretending she's a witch on the broom. It's cute. But here's an example of what I mean by some of the experimentation on the other page as well. Close up of some of the gears and layout technology and stuff. It does, it's kind of abstract, but it looks cool. Ran the hacker gets hugged by both robots. Another battle scene with one of the other designers bringing their robot for a fight. This kind of a weird looking face with the goofy looking mustache. Can you see him? Yeah. Hello, everybody. Yeah, he's here. There he is. Take a look. There you are. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm here. Okay. I saw you now. You ready to get down? All right. Let's see how we go. Volume number 8. Mark from that one. Sorry if my thumb's a little bit messed up. I tore a thumbnail, which is not fun. Here's a good example of the gray wash I was talking about. I like that. Wouldn't mind seeing a whole book done like this. Another example of the gray wash style. Might need a little more line weight definitiveness against some of it, but it's not bad. And then this is where Yuan stays with Rand while they go with Hiroshi's grandfather to find out about the boy robot, if they can find anything about it. I'm trying to find a certain thing. I haven't found it, but it's not important. Anyway, pop culture in. Yes, I am on tonight as well for crowdfunding and talk for the industry as well. We're going to be doing some unboxings and stuff like that. So let's see. I think we got 2 or 3 reviews as well. So let's see. Yeah, that's what we got. All right. We've got 2 new arrivals and campaigns at 8:00 tonight. And then, Friday or Thursday, we'll be back on our regular schedule as well. So Thursday and Friday. And so for next week on Monday Manga, we'll continue this. This will be the last 2 volumes I have so far, which is volumes 9 and 10. And we'll see you on that next time. Whoops, went too far. So if you want to reach out to me on social media, Facebook, Lewis Bright Raven, on Twitter, or the Muskrat X channel, or whatever you want to call it, at Lewis Bright Raven 2, or Lewis Bright Rave 2, I should say. You can see more of my artwork at deviantart.com/BrightRaven. You've been watching Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven exclusively on YouTube. And if you have questions, comments, email me at quotheravenlbr72@gmail.com. If I don't get back to you there, try lewisbrightraven@yahoo.com. And no problem, Pop. And, that's pretty much all for this episode. We appreciate you watching. Um, I'll see if I can find some more of that what I was trying to talk about in the volume 8, and show that tonight as well. But if I can't, no worries. Until then, have a great day. We'll see you this evening at 8 p.m. Quoth the Raven, nevermore.